My name's Jordan, and before I tendered my resignation this week, I was a proud serving WA police officer of 10 years. I joined the WA police for the same reason the vast majority of other coppers joined, and that is to protect and serve the community. I certainly did not join the job to enforce government mandates that violate individual liberties, lack common sense, and are riddled with inconsistencies. For me, and I know for many of the others that are here with us today, the trajectory that I saw the police force heading in with regards to being the government's enforcement arm of public health orders is not something I wanted to be a part of, and in fact I want to do everything in my power to change that, and it is for that reason that I walked away. Now I want to acknowledge the amazing United Services group that are here with us today. I had the honour of being one of the founding members of this group, which consists of police, fire and rescue, paramedics, prison officers, teachers, and of course our amazing healthcare workers. For a long time, both here in WA and around the country, the community have pleaded for their police to stand with them during these protests. Well, that is exactly what we are doing here today. And that is exactly what we will do until these mandates end. Unfortunately, most of the members in this group have either already lost their jobs because of the mandates, or they will come December 1. Yet despite this, they stand here before us today because they, like myself and everyone else here today, believes that standing here is what is morally right. Standing up for liberty and standing up against shameful government mandates is far more important than any job or paycheck. I also want to point out, and I think this is very important, that just as there are some in this crowd today, and I can see the signs here behind me, there are members in this group who are vaccinated but still stand in unity with us to oppose these mandates. Now to my former colleagues in blue who are standing here on duty today. Even though the agency will soon technically be a 100% vaccinated workplace, I know that the vast majority of you, like me, did not agree with what is happening in this state. I know that you did not sign up to the job so you can enforce public health mandates, and I know that the majority of you got the injection out of coercion. And if it wasn't out of coercion, it was from a selfless mindset of doing the right thing to get back to normality. But the message that I have for you today is, where will you draw the line? Did you know, and this is to my former colleagues, that when the first internal survey, and they know what I'm talking about, came out a few months ago asking about your vaccination intention, there were over 2,000 coppers who had not yet had the jab. Can you imagine if those same numbers remain today? I can tell you right now there would not be a mandate come December 1. You guys need to appreciate the power of numbers. You need to start connecting with like-minded coppers so that when any of the time comes for mandatory boosters or directions to enforce 158 of the Public Health Act, you are in a position to say no. And remember, I was just following orders is not and will not be a lawful defence. Having said all of that, thank thank you for being here today. We appreciate you keeping us safe, and I think that you all deserve a big round of applause. And lastly, to this amazing crowd today, this is what people power looks like.
A lot of
I remember attending these protests many months ago,
maybe you should go up the front and film on the stage.
and they would barely manage a few hundred or maybe 1,000 at most. But look at where we're at today. And the more this government wants to abuse this power, the more we will continue to grow, the more we will unite, and the more powerful we will become. We also need to remember that our fellow community members, regardless of their vax status, are our friends. We must unite and not divide. We must focus all of our attention at the feet of those who threaten our liberties. I know that some days are tough. I know sometimes you wake up and you question whether you are doing the right thing. Well, I want to remind you that you are doing the right thing. You are on the right side of history, and we will bring about change. Do not ever think that your voice is not powerful, because I'm here to tell you today that it is, and don't ever forget that. To finish up, the WA Premier has been quoted recently stating that he will not be deterred in continuing and doing what he's doing. Well, I would like you to join me in sending a message back to the Premier to remind him that there are a lot more of us than there is of him, and And we too will not be deterred in fighting for our liberties and opposing medical mandates. And that message that I want you to send to him with me goes like this: together, united, we'll never be divided.